Okay, everyone. We thought this would be amusing for you. We're moving the car to find a more dramatic place to put it before we start our vlog. Vlog, we're going to vlog, we're going to vlog. There's a bunch of people. Ta-da!
Let's not hit the people with the car. That's a bad idea.
If you're from Derry or if you've been in the bowling alley in Derry, then you're all like squeeing because holy shit, yes, that is where we go to see we go to the cinema at the bowling alley.
It's a bit shit.
No, it's a decent cinema. It's new and it's.
But it's in Northern Ireland, so it's a bit shit.
Well, yes, that's because it's Northern Ireland. Obviously.
Nice stunts.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, not really. It's called parking.
What is the time?
The time is 1:17.
So yeah. Okay, now we're setting up. Till then, I'm gonna.
Totally behind the scenes shit right here.
Yeah, we usually do this without the camera. Cause, Arnie, what do you want to call him, Arian? Usually prefers us to move before we do the vlog in case, I don't know, twats bother us or something. Oh, my hair is fucking awful. As per usual. Yeah, we can see ourselves in the little screen.
That's cool.
Okay. We just saw The World's End, but you know that because you have fucking eyes and you clicked on the blip link. Or you watched
Or if you can't read, maybe.
Or if you looked at another video and then it went back and then you sort of automatically played this one, in which case, thank you for the blip revenue.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had some popcorn on my wonderful pirate coat. So we saw The World's End, I have to say. It was very nice of Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg to make a film version of Pineapple Chunks. I'd still like to see a full-on adaptation, but, you know, the semi-adaptation was jolly nice of them.
The second time I've seen this film, the first time I was dead and didn't see much of it. But I came back to life and I saw it.
He's a robot now.
Yes. No, robot means slave. I'm nobody's slave. We're here to help. It's
This-
for the greater good.
This power thing is going down very, very quickly.
You didn't do it.
It's going
So,
down very
yeah,
quickly, so we're going to have to
it
do
is.
this quickly.
You have to say the greater good, the greater good.
Shaun of the Dead is the odd one out of these three now because it doesn't have a James Bond in it. I preferred this over Hot Fuzz, didn't much care for Hot Fuzz. It was nice to see David Bradley and Reece Shearsmith in the same film together because, as everyone knows, they're playing William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton in an adventure on space and time, which is coming out in November, the docudrama about, the drama about the creation of Doctor Who, which is like, and they'll be missing a trick if David Bradley does not turn up as the first Doctor in New Who. What do you have to say?
Well, I enjoyed this film. Honestly, I think Hot Fuzz is my favourite out of the three. It really is. I think it's the better movie. Shaun of the Dead is funny, but it's been done to death.
It hadn't been at the time.
I know it hadn't been at the time, but I'm talking of the context of when I watched them. I like Hot Fuzz.
Dawn of the Dead was good too.
One of the Dead was fan-fucking-tastic.
I really wish Shaun of the Dead had a more direct sequel. Well, here's my idea. You would set it in, Shaun and his girlfriend go and get married, and then they go on honeymoon to rural England, and they end up in this sort of inn, which and halfway through the movie it reveals it's run by vampires, and you call it From Dusk Till Shaun.
No, that would be quite cool. This one, it followed exactly the same kind of formula. Go to town, something weird's going on halfway through, work out what the weird thing is, and there's lots of not blood.
Yeah, this one it was one of those first half, second half type movies which you get every so often. Now most of you will never have seen this, and I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this, but it was also this was also very similar. This was like Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg. It was also a bit like them adapting Jake West's Doghouse, because that was about a bunch of guys who I recall were going to this small town where they came from, and they were going to try and party and drink and everything, but they were discovered that the town was taken over by malevolent forces. In Doghouse, it was the military. Actually, in an Easter egg, it was the Umbrella Corporation released a virus which turned all women into mutants who killed men. It was like a reverse taint, and all the men were dead, so they were sort of trapped there, fighting off and being murdered by these women. And it's okay. It's Doghouse. It really fucks up at the end, but it's okay. This is better, but it's very similar in setup.
Speaking of the end, spoilers. Fuck off if you don't want spoilers. Yeah, the ending of this movie came out of nowhere.
Yeah, the ending. This is the ending of it is escape from L.A. The very end of it, but what happens after the credits roll and escape from L.A.
Yeah, it's just like it's all funny then. And that's how the apocalypse happened.
It's not really an apocalypse, though. I'm really wondering why they went back to the Dark Ages. Surely the creature, alien, robot, thing doesn't control, I don't know, combustion engines. You know, I'm not really sure how it turned into the world from Visionaries, but...
Well...
Why did Simon Pegg start shaving after the apocalypse when it's a little bit harder to get razors?
I don't know. Why was he going around killing people?
I'm just guessing... Well, it was fun, I'm guessing. Maybe it was, I don't know, I'm thinking Visionaries.
I don't know. Right, so Simon Pegg is an alcoholic, and he tries to get his old mates who've all grown up to come back and, finish the party that they failed to finish last time they tried to have it like 20 years ago. And he's really out of touch, but he's supposed to be portrayed as a really sad character, but I really fucking love his costume.
Oh yeah, Simon Pegg. It was really weird seeing Simon Pegg play that character, because Simon Pegg's very not like that. But it was I really like the character. The film lost me near the end when Nick Frost and Simon Pegg were fighting for no real reason, as far as I could tell. It was like Nick Frost, like, after all this shit, I'm gonna stop you from drinking a pint for no reason at all.
I think that was the point when Nick Frost realised that
I'm going to symbolically stop you from drinking this pint, even though the only reason we're doing it is because it's symbolic for him and it's pretty fucking obvious.
Yeah. But I think that was the point where Nick Frost was supposed to have worked out, holy shit, he's a real bad alcoholic and he's been in rehab for like 20 years.
And then at the end, Simon Pegg decides not to drink it, which is, I'm guessing, symbolic or whatever, but I think it would have been better if he poured it and then drank it during the lift bit going down. If he spent the entire time just pouring it and then maybe decided not to drink it after they hit the bottom or something and make it symbolically hitting bottom. It's like, I'm surprised you didn't think of that, Edgar Wright. I'm a genius.
Yeah, you are. But I like how they tell the aliens, it's like, fuck off, leave us alone, and the aliens are like, fuck it. The actual alien...
It was amusing, but it seemed rather unlikely.
Yeah, but it was cool.
It was a little bit like I don't like Babylon 5, but there was a scene where Sheridan yells at the old ones, get the hell out of our galaxy, and this is a bit like that. But unlike Babylon 5, this was played for laughs, which would have improved Babylon 5 greatly, but that show is incapable of humor. It's
like if Jonathan Archer met Q. Fuck off and leave it alone. We're nice people.
Not as good as when Cisco met Q and decked him.
Well, yeah.
The
Cisco's less pathetic.
Yeah, the Cisco, please. It's an adjective. I had no idea Pierce Brosnan was in this. Seeing him suddenly just turn up with his grey hair and his goatee, and it's like, okay, that's fair enough. This is surprising to me, but it's obviously a thematic sequel to Timothy Dalton in the previous film. This felt a lot like imagine a new Doctor Who episode made into a movie, but drunk.
Yeah,
and that's what this is.
It was I'm sorry if I sound fucked. I'm not really very well, but it was an enjoyable watch.
And yet you still came out to the cinema for the benefit of the poor innocent person who is watching this video and going like, no one else watched these videos. I am the saddest potato in the world. Because our viewers are all potatoes, but there's only one of them.
Are they at least electronically linked?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, we have very few viewers.
Well, potatoes do have a lot of eyes.
Okay, we have one viewer. So if you were a viewer of this show, apart from the potato, you can call yourself the second viewer. Get a T-shirt.
That sounds like a really cool title.
Well, I was listening to a podcast today, and they explained they had a thing. They refer to their listeners. They refer to themselves as the fourth listeners because they apparently have 3 listeners. So then anyone else who listens is a fourth listener. So it's like, that's a good idea. So, I'm ripping this off from this other podcast, but you are the second viewer, and if there's 2 of you, you're the third viewer. And if there's 3 of you, the one behind, you're not actually there. You just think you are.
And if there's 4 of you, fuck off and watch it all separately so we get views.
Good idea.
Yeah, do that. But, Blanks, it really reminded me of Mallory Blackman and her writing. It's like, there's supposed to be some sort of racist undertone in here.
Why? Why is there racism in this? I did not spot that.
Like the whole attitude to blanks against the end, it felt a lot like noughts and crosses. Just the way it was like, no blanks, because blanks was the term.
Well, yeah, but they also, no blacks, no Irish, no dogs, things like that. But
No
honestly,
dogs?
yeah, that was a term that was used. It was rather random, apparently.
That is an atrocity.
No dogs in a pub, I know, terrible. The blanks thing, it was set up like it was a form of racism.
Mm.
Honestly, in the situation,
Yeah, it's understandable.
yeah, if these are like the leftovers from a race who inadvertently completely destroyed the world, yeah, and I can also see people wanting to saw off Simon Pegg's head and shove it on a stick. Especially with Nick Frost explaining exactly how they all completely fucked up the world too. The aliens, the blanks, and Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They should all be dead in this post-apocalypse thing. They should have had an extra bit where, Paddy Constantine and, Madame de Pompadour, saying, "Oh yes, they all died mysteriously. Their bodies were set on fire and they were hung from gibbets. I think it was suicide."
Yes, these guys, bastards, just caused the end of civilization.
Yeah, they kind of did. This isn't like Escape from LA where Snake does the exact same thing. I'm sorry if you haven't seen Escape from LA, but really, most people hate Escape from LA, so you'll probably be okay. Snake could get away with it because Snake's a badass. They made a bunch of Metal Gear Solid games about him, but these guys aren't.
Well, Nick Frost kind of was.
I just thought it would be funny to see Nick Frost do martial arts.
I think it was actually quite excellent. A lot of Hollywood movies these days think that fat people can't fight, and trust me, they can. The battery's flashing red now.
Yeah, because it's out of power. Yeah, I forgot to charge this because I'm an idiot. Well, I tried, but it failed. But this is a short vlog. Sorry if you want to sit here and masturbate to us, but you're going to have to just go back to the start again. Really enjoyed The World's End. It was nice of Pineapple Chunks to have a movie. Suggest you go to see it. It's probably not going to be out in America for a while.
I think it's coming out soon. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I don't know. Well, there was This Is the End. This is not the movie with Michael Cera and the woman from Harry Potter. This is... We saw one of the Weasley brothers was in a trailer beforehand, which was like the time traveler's wife. It was British and apparently supposed to be funny, and it looked shit. And Richard Curtis, you wrote Vincent and the Doctor. And Blackadder. Go fuck yourself for reducing yourself to write the magical ginger travels back in time and somehow fucks shit up.
There's something weird about consent implied in that trailer as well.
Yeah, this was...
Guy goes back in time and uses his powers of time travel to manipulate himself into a better relationship with this girl.
This is very similar. This is a little bit similar, like a comedy, light-hearted, feel-good version of a script I've been working on. But the one I was supposed to work on is supposed to be horrific.
Isn't that how you describe the apocalypse movies? It's like a comedy light-hearted version of a horrific thing I was thinking of writing.
Well, the apocalypse movies. I'd love to write a full-on horrific rapture movie. Accurate to the theology. That'd be hilarious. But yeah,
Go see World's End.
yes, do.
It's a fitting end to the Cornetto and Blood trilogy.
It was worth. I saw it was called The Three Colors Cornetto. It's nice that two movies in a row have been good, and I don't know what we're watching next. Wolverine in about 2 or 3 days.
Yay! Hugh Jackman was discussing his penis on Top Gear.
good for him. So yeah, we're gonna go off and
Masturbate furiously.
possibly.
I think I'm going to go and curl up in a ball. Lovely.
Is it working?
No.
Oh dear.
If I could get hard right now, the whole camera would see. Just stop! It's
Wait
no
a second, camera would see. Your cock isn't that big. I'm fairly sure.
You've never seen it.
I've never seen your cock, but this would seem statistically unlikely. This is almost a foot tall. You know?
You have to point out the flaws in my logic.
Wait a sec. Okay, you would have to be that tall, actually. Yeah, this is literally about a couple centimeters from a foot tall. I am doubting your penis is quite that big.